everyone, and welcome to the 100th video! Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A, which most of you probably already knew about. I got some really good questions from some of you guys, which is awesome, and I think this is going to be really fun to do, so let's just get started with some questions. Would you be interested in doing collabs in the future? Yes, I would. I think it would be really awesome if I could collab with other people, but I don't know if people would want to do that with me. But obviously I have to wait until I have a bigger channel, because there's not much point in me collabing at the moment when no one knows me. It'd be like, oh, this is so-and-so with me, and then everyone would be like, who's this person? I think it makes more sense to do it when people would actually know who I am, and people are only really going to want to collab with me once more people know who I am, I think. So it probably won't happen for a while yet, but it would be cool. Do you watch anime? If so, what is your favorite and why? If not, then do you have a favorite show, and why is that your favorite? I don't watch anime. I used to watch Pokemon, if that counts as an anime. Pokemon's cool. I have lots of Pokemon plushies and stuff. I have a Pikachu on my bed over there that I've had for years and years, and I love it. It's so soft and squishy. But yeah, I don't know if that actually counts, so no, I don't. In terms of my favorite show, someone else actually asked me what that is as well, so I'm answering two questions here. I wouldn't say that I have one show that I would say, oh my god, yeah, this one thing is my absolute favorite. I don't really watch that much TV, really. I watch more YouTube, to be honest, and even then I wouldn't say that there's like one thing that I spend all my time watching. I watch several different people, and so yeah, I don't really have a favorite show. YouTube is awesome though. When did you learn how to play your first instrument, and why? Well, my first instrument was a keyboard. My sister got one when she was about 6, I think, which would make me 4 years old, and I started playing it a little bit then, and then I got my own one a couple of years later, so I was able to play it even more then. So I guess that was why I picked that, because we just happened to have it. Who was your music hero? My first music hero was actually my sister, because she learned to play before me, so I used to just watch her and listen to her and be like, oh my god, I want to be able to do that, you know, sibling rivalry from a very young age. I just always envied her and wanted to be able to do what she did, and that's why I started it. So I guess she would be my first music hero. She still is. I still look up to her. I still think her music is awesome. She has a channel too. I might have to put that in the description of this video. You could go check her out. She's awesome and mega talented. My other really big influence is iMovie. He does some really nice pieces, instrumental pieces for like piano and stuff, and basically I listened to his music before I started writing pieces. Well, I was writing stuff, but like not really full-length pieces and stuff. The first one I really did was after I'd heard some of his stuff, and I thought, wow, this is amazing, I want to write something like that. So I ended up just playing around on my keyboard, and that was when my first piano piece was written. I think that was Wings to Fly was the first one on YouTube, I think. And that was definitely influenced by iMovie, and a lot of my music is influenced by him. If you know his music, you'll probably be able to hear that, and a lot of people say, oh, your music sounds like iMovie, and some people think it's too much like it, but I don't think so. I just think it's a big influence. How many instruments can you play, and what are they? I've actually talked about this in a video before. I can play quite a lot of instruments. I don't like to brag about it. Mainly piano and guitar, they're the ones that I would say I have the most ability in. Piano I've been playing the longest, so that's like my first instrument, my main instrument, if you want to call it that. Guitar I started, I can't remember how many years ago. I'm okay at it now. It took me a while to pick it up, but I also play other instruments too. Like I play a bit of bass, a little bit of drums, a little bit of violin. I haven't played violin much recently, but I used to play it. And I'm also learning to play the cello and the saxophone. I just love different instruments, a little bit obsessed actually. In fact, I've been told that until I've learnt the ones that I've got properly, I can't have any more, which is, I find that hilarious. But yeah, I don't really brag about the fact that I can play all those instruments, because I don't think I'm that good at them anyway, and there's just, I don't really feel like I should say, oh yeah, I can play all this stuff, that makes me so much better than you, because it doesn't. There's so many musicians out there who are much better than me, even ones who can only play one instrument. There are so many out there who play piano better than me, or play guitar better than me, or whatever. That I'm not a better musician just because I play more instruments at all. I also sing as well, as you may know, because I've done some original songs and covers on my channel, if that counts as an instrument. Some people say it does, so yeah, there's that too. Did you ever perform in front of a lot of people? If yes, at what age and what were you doing? I have performed quite a few times before, but not really in front of like a huge audience. Like, I think the biggest thing I did was at school, and I did play an original song actually. I think my sister played with me as well, and that was probably to about, I don't know, a couple of hundred people, so that, I guess that's quite a big audience. But I did my first proper gig when I was, I don't know, 17 maybe. That was just in like a little club thing. I don't really know what it was, but that was quite a big audience as well. It was very close up and intimate. Like, there's only a really small stage and everyone was kind of crammed in, but it was quite busy, so I was performing to quite a lot of people then as well, and I did my own stuff then too, so I've been putting my own music out for quite a long time. I'm not really that good at performing actually. I don't really like it that much. I get a lot of anxiety and stuff when I perform, but it hasn't stopped me doing it. It just means I don't do it that often, and when I do it, I don't always do my best because I get really nervous. If you had the opportunity to work with an orchestra, would you like to, or would you rather make everything alone as usual? Well, I would probably just stay on my own for now, but that's mainly a confidence thing. I think it'd be really cool if I could work with an orchestra or a band or something like at some point, but I just don't feel like I'd be ready for that right now. I'm definitely more comfortable just sitting in my room and making my own music that way for the time being, but who knows what will happen in the future. When you have an idea for a piece, can it sometimes be hard to put down properly? I find it a lot like writing in general, so I wondered if you have this very common issue that writers have. Yes, I do sometimes find it difficult. Sometimes I'll have like an idea of what I want to write about, like a theme for a song, or I want to write a piece based on this thing, but I don't actually know how to get that across, how to convey it. Or sometimes I might get like a chord progression, like a series of chords that I know I want to use, but I don't know like what way to play them, like what speed to play them at, or how to play them. So I end up just having to record a really basic layer just to get the chords down until I can think of what I actually want to do with them. So yeah, I guess I would say I do have that problem. I write a lot of my music though by just playing stuff, so it doesn't happen all that often, but yeah, I do have that problem, and I can understand why you would compare it to writing. It is quite like that in a lot of ways. They're both very creative and you have to craft things and put things together. I can see the similarity there, and yeah, good question. When do you get the most ideas for your music and what inspires you? Well, most of my ideas actually come to me really late at night. I don't know why. My brain is quite active at night anyway, but for some reason, in terms of like inspiration and just thinking of ideas and how to write things, I just seem to come up with things easier at night. I don't know why. My favourite compositions that I've done were all written really late at night. You've probably seen that some of my uploads go up really late because that's just when the creativity flows the best. Like I said, I don't know why. And in terms of what inspires me, as I said, Einaudi is a really big influence. So yeah, he inspires me. And also just like, I guess you could say nature and stuff. Like, I've written a lot of pieces based on outdoor things, and I don't know, I'm wording this badly, but you probably know what I mean. And also, as I said, I come up with a lot of my ideas by just playing and improvising stuff. What I do is I just sit at my keyboard here and just play around with different ideas, just making things up half the time, and sometimes I go, no, this isn't working, and I just change what I'm doing and just play around with different things until eventually I go, oh, I like this little thing that I played, and then I'll record that, and then usually it all just comes from there basically. I hope that answers your question. Do you play Undertale? If so, who is your favourite character? I don't play it, but I have heard of the game, so I do know what it is. I don't really know what kind of game it is, so I don't know whether I'd like it or anything. Feel free to tell me about it. But yeah, no, I don't actually play the game myself. I'm sure it's great, and I don't have a problem with anyone who does like to play it. I just haven't played it myself. Do you have any pets? If so, what? I don't have any now, but I used to have a rabbit when I was a child. It died. It was really sad. I was probably about, I don't know, 7 or something. And then after that, at some point, I had a fish tank in my room, which I really loved because I had my own little fish and they were so cute, and I got to pick which ones I wanted and everything. I really enjoyed having them, but no, I haven't had a pet for a really long time. Probably, I don't know, I haven't had one for years. Do you like ice cream? Who doesn't like ice cream? I mean, come on. I love it, but of course it depends on the flavour. I don't think anyone likes every flavour of ice cream. There are some flavours that are really weird as well, but I don't know what my favourite flavour is. But yeah, it would depend on what the flavour was. If it was like something really weird, then I probably wouldn't like it, but I like fruity flavours. Cookies and cream, that's a good flavour. I've just thought of that. I want some now. You made me want ice cream. What is your favourite cartoon? I don't really watch them. Like I said, I used to watch Pokemon. Does that count as a cartoon, or is that more of an anime? I don't know. I don't know whether it's a cartoon or an anime, but yeah, I used to watch that, but I don't watch cartoons really now. Like I said, I have no problem with anyone who likes them and anyone who does watch them, but I just personally don't. I love tea. What is your favourite kind? I would just say ordinary tea. I don't really know what you would call that, just normal. I've tried like fruity teas and stuff, like different ones, but I've never really liked them. I don't know why. For some reason I just haven't found one that I really like yet. Actually, there was one that I tried not that long ago. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like raspberry or something. That was nice. But no, I just have ordinary tea. But yeah, in fact I have a mug there right now. So yeah, I love tea. Like I've said in a video before, I drink it all the time. Every day. I'm practically addicted to it. Do cats fly? I don't think they do. Who/where did you learn to make music? Well, I pretty much taught everything myself. I mean, before I went to uni and before I studied music in school and all that, I was never really taught how to compose. I just tried it out myself. Like, I started writing songs and stuff really young. I don't know, I was probably about 7 maybe. Basically, as soon as I worked out how to play the keyboard, I'd started writing stuff. I've always liked experimenting with chords and melodies and putting things together and just seeing what happens. I don't really know what drew me to it, but I just started writing my own songs, and basically I just kept it up until now. I know that once I've been writing music for a few years, I managed to get some software on my computer to actually like notate everything that I wrote, so I started using that more, and I composed loads of little theme tunes and stuff. They weren't very good, but I was only like 10 or something at this point, but I used to compose in that. Basically, ever since then, I've continued to write music, and I've tried different things. I kept up the songs. I started writing piano pieces. I can't remember exactly when that was. A few years ago, I think the first one went up on YouTube. What do you do when you are bored? Well, usually I make music. That's my favourite thing to do, and if I'm just sat around with nothing to do, the first thing I usually think of is, oh, maybe I could try and write something, or come up with a cool cover to do, or record something I've already written, because basically music is something I think about a lot, and that's why I just know I want to do it for forever, or for at least as long as possible, because it just brings me so much joy and motivation that not much else does. And like I said, I think about it all the time pretty much. There's always a song in my head. I'm always coming up with little tunes and lyrics and all sorts of things, usually at the most awkward times. Like last night, I'm just lying in bed like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, and my brain goes, no you're not, you're gonna sing a song, and I'm just like, it's 3 a.m. and my brain's just like, I don't care about that. So yeah, basically I just feel like music is the only thing I could do as a career, because I just enjoy it so much, and to be honest, it's the only thing I feel like I'm good at anyway, so I just feel like it would be a waste of time trying to do anything else. I can't even talk. Let's just hope that this works out, because honestly I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy making music so much. I could see myself doing this for a very long time, and it would be awesome if I could. I also like to play games on my PC as well. I mean, I usually play like really old games like Theme Hospital, kind of like Theme Park, but instead you make a hospital. It's really cool. I don't know if any of you guys have played it or seen it, but it's really fun. I've been playing that a lot recently actually. I think the most recent game I play is probably Sims 3, and even that could be considered old now. I wouldn't say that it is, but yeah. I also watch YouTubers, as I said, which is one of my favorite things to do. They make me so happy. I always have a good laugh when I watch them, and they really cheer me up, particularly when things are really difficult and I'm feeling really sad or whatever. I always watch their videos and I feel better. So yeah, it's not just good for when I'm bored, but yeah, sometimes if I think I don't know what to do, and I'm just looking around just thinking, what can I do right now? And sometimes I'll go, oh, I'll see what videos I need to catch up on, and I'll go, oh look, so-and-so has uploaded a new video, and then I watch that, and then I have a great time. Oh yeah, and the other thing is I'm really good at being silly as well. You may have seen that in my videos at times, but honestly, if you get me and my sister in a room together, it's hilarious. We're both just absolutely crazy, and she's one of the few people that I can really be myself around, really be confident around. Like, most people don't really see the silly side to me because I'm too shy and quiet to get that across, but once I get to know people, they usually tell you that I am insane. My sister will tell you I'm insane. I will tell you that she's insane too, but that's partly why I love her so much. And we get along so well because we just bounce off each other's silliness all the time, and it's great, and I really enjoy her company. I think having somebody that you can be silly around but also have really deep, serious conversations is the best thing. It's definitely one of the best kind of relationships to have, and I'm really lucky to have that kind of relationship with my sister. Shout out to you if you're watching. Love you. Anyway, that's the end of the Q&A. No. I was having so much fun with that. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your questions. I had so much fun reading them and answering them. I mean, I did have to think for a while to make sure I came up with all my answers, so I didn't sit here in the middle of the video just thinking for like 3 minutes and having to cut out an entire 3 minutes of silence from the video, you know? But it was worth it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much. And I think it's so cool that we've got to 100 videos already, and hopefully I will be uploading many more. This is awesome. Maybe we should do another one of these sometime. And also we can do more reading your comments if you'd like to. Just feel free to comment on my videos. It doesn't matter whether it's just more questions like this or just feedback on the music. That's always good. I really enjoyed making those reading your comments videos, so yeah, I want to be able to make many more of those too. Anyway, seeing as this video has come to an end, it's time for me to wrap it up. No, I have to do the outro. I just want to do more questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.